y'all. I am, we just finished dinner. It is day 5, I believe. Day 5 out of 8. Try not to wiggle this too much here. Yeah, day 5 out of 8. And the past 2 days, I didn't go on my day passes, the excursions. My feet are so swollen and hurt so badly that I didn't want to leave the ship. I had some good things going on the ship anyway. Met some people, had delicious food, got soaking in the hot tub at least twice a day. Hot tubs are so wonderful. You just float. Your whole body just floats there. It's wonderful, really wonderful. My mom and her boyfriend have had a great time. They are meeting people from all over the world. Today she was talking about a woman from Kent who used to serve the Prime Minister of England. And I said, which one? And she said, I never asked that. So, and she said from different states and all kinds of things. So they're really having a good time. And they didn't go on their excursion today either. They turned in their tickets because, they weren't feeling too well in the digestive way. So they're feeling good enough tonight to go to a really nice dinner. And I'm making friends with the crew. I'm asking the crew where they're from, how many months have they been on the ship, how many do they have to go yet, when are they seeing their family next. Just asking the questions about their job, telling them I see that they're working hard, and I'm impressed by how much energy and goes into all that they're doing for everybody on board. And I just wanted to let them know that they're appreciated. I'm sure there are people who, like in every other time, demand the world and don't think anything of those who are serving. But I really hate that. I really want to acknowledge those people who are doing the hardest job of all, and that's serving people, for sure. So anyway, that's part of it. I've been trying to stay out of the sun as much as I can. The medications I'm taking do not like sunshine, so that would do bad things to my skin. So I stay out of the sunshine as much as I can. Tomorrow, my mom and I are going to go swimming with dolphins. She's done it once before, and she says it's a blast, and she can't wait until I go. It'll be my first time, and it's on my bucket list. So at least I get one thing checked off my bucket list anyway. And so I wasn't able to go to Chichen Itza. I'm not physically able to do the things that I was hoping I could do. I really am not, and that's my own fault. I'm upset with myself for that. I don't have any water pills with me to help take care of the swelling in my feet and the pain in my feet. My mom has some, so I think tonight I'm going to take one and continue running back and forth to the bathroom all night, unfortunately. But it'll be one way to feel better for tomorrow's excursion. Anyway, we're already planning which place we're going to eat our dinner at tomorrow and what time. And I had the chattiest server tonight. Oh my goodness. We asked him one question and he just stopped by our table. He was chatting me up the whole time. It was so funny. And his name was Joshy. And we had another waiter whose name was Fortune. So that was kind of fun. Let's see. Last night was a 70s party. That was a lot of fun. 70s party was a DJ coming out and teaching everybody disco moves. And I did mine sitting down. I found a new drink too at the Bionic Bar. I had the robot make me 2 drinks, but one of them it's called Sex on the Beach. And it was so good. So good, I had to have another one with dinner tonight. My goodness. I'm just sleepy. Let's see. What else? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the 70s party. It was a lot of Donna Summers and Casey and the Sunshine Band, and there was a whole bunch. And one younger couple that sat next to me in the Bionic Bar, she said, "This music is a lot of fun. It's just fun, happy music, isn't it?" I said, "Yep." I said, "It's what I grew up with in my teens. This was the music of my teens." And we chatted about music for a little while and how happy some music makes them seem. And I'm thinking, it was the end of the Vietnam War. We didn't have any other wars going on. Cold War, yeah, but our economy was good, at least from what I remember. Of course, I was in my teens, so what do I know, right? I had a wonderful childhood in the 60s and 70s, and I just remember just being, a self-absorbed teenager in those 8 days. I graduated high school in 79, so they were my, my wonder years in a way. Just having a blast and doing disco and finding boyfriends who like to dance. Mine doesn't, but met my husband in high school, and just so many wonderful memories. So it was fun kind of singing and moving, at least in my seat, to the 70s music. And I had my 70s outfit on. Yes, I should have had my mom take a picture of me in my 70s outfit, but let's not go that far. Let's not go that far. Today, I went downstairs to the promenade, the cafe promenade, and had myself a mocha latte, something like that. It was more coffee than mocha, kind of like the other way around. I like more chocolate than coffee, but it was good. Let's see, what else did we do? And I stayed here in Diamond Painted this afternoon while I'm still trying to upload the next video, the video that you will have seen before this one. I worked on it most of the day. In the beginning, it was like an hour or two into editing it, patching things together, trying to put the view of the island over top of what I was saying, and so that you see the island and hear me at the same time. And it just was, then it just went off, clicked off, and I'm like, okay, what happened? So I reset the machine. I just restarted the computer and started from fresh after I came back up from breakfast. And so then I spent another maybe 3 hours putting that together, and it spent at least an hour rendering it, and then I am still uploading it. It is like 8:30 now at night, and it is still uploading it. And my husband says, even though I have the internet package, the upload rate is nothing like the download rate. So, okay, it is what it is. But while that was all going on, I was diamond painting and watching other videos, and I want to show you what I've got done on the diamond painting so far. Now, this is day 4, day 5, something like that. I think it's day 5. So let me show you what I got done. Most of it was today. Let me show you. Bring it down here. Yeah. From here all the way up to here. Pull you back a little bit. Maybe you can see it. I'm trying to do this with my fingers here. I don't want to move you too much. No. Oh, here's the button. Alright, that's about as far out as I can go. So we're about up to here. I have like an 1/8 of it left to do. And most of it I got done today. I did it twice, but most of it was done today. I like the way it turned out. I love the colors of the Caribbean beach. I have 2 others at home that are more landscape than portrait mode, and they have like cabanas and palm trees on it. So I'm going to do them once I get home. So I'll have a set of 3. And hopefully tomorrow I will take pictures with the dolphins and more on the beach tomorrow. So Mom and I are going to have a great time on our excursion tomorrow. I'm sure of it. Whether I can walk or not, I'm going. And we've already got our other plans, our dinner plans, our eating plans already together. This one, it has those little guide circles on it, and I'm going to show you up close. The symbols have those little guide circles on it that I can't stand. Can you see? Yeah. So it's been difficult getting them on there perfect, which really, you know, I am not the neatest diamond painter. I need to go through and straighten them out before I roll it down. What I could do, I always roll my hand over them and figure out where there's bumps, and when I feel the bumps I go in closer and like try to stick them in right. Isn't that pretty? Don't you like the colors in that? I do. I like that a lot. Well, this will be a short video, I'm sure. Not much more to tell. We are having a good time. We're not rocking and rolling with, you know, the waves or anything. That the hurricane coming down the coast. I'm praying for everyone who is going to be impacted by the hurricanes coming up the coast of Florida and Carolinas and all that. You know, I just pray that there's no loss of life and very little damage to any property. That just, you know, and I can't wait. Excuse me, I can't wait till I get home and put all together all the stuff that I want to give away on my live. And again, don't forget, sign up down below in the description box for the giveaway questionnaire. Filling that out and being subscribed as a member of this channel is the only way that you can receive a surprise in the mail. Don't forget your birth month, just the month, nothing else, so that I can send them a happy mail next year, starting in January. If you cannot download the giveaway questionnaire easily, email me back at Wandasworkbasket@gmail.com, and I will be glad to send it to you. And remember, that email address, Wandasworkbasket@gmail.com, is the only way I will ask you to communicate with me. Please don't be fooled by the scammers going on, asking you to subscribe to someplace else and give them your information for a giveaway, because that's not true. If it's not associated with Wandasworkbasket@gmail.com, then it is not from me. Please know that. Do not fall for any scams out there that are going around. I want to protect you. I want the giveaways to be fun and not burdensome to anyone. I don't want anybody to get scammed out there. I want all of us in the diamond painting community to have fun together. Anyway, I have so many things to give away. It's going to cost a lot in postage, but I don't care. I have lots to give away, and not just with diamond painting. I have lots of crafty things to give away too. So, at the bottom of the giveaway questionnaire, it will ask you about your other hobbies. And if I have something, if you win something and I have something that fits with one of your other hobbies, you may just see an extra little thing in the email, in the package that arrives. Everybody who comes to the giveaway will be receiving something. Everyone who comes to the giveaway and has had one of those things filled out, the questionnaires filled out, will be receiving something in return for having shown up. My granddaughter, Crystal, wants to help show some of the things that you can win. Hello again, divas. This is the last day of our cruise, day 7. Tomorrow is day 8 when we're going home, and I won't be able to film anymore tomorrow because it's a quick in, quick out type of thing, and flying and all that stuff. So what I'm doing right now is showing you that I finished my diamond painting on day 7, and I love it. I love it. I love the colors. I like the shine to it. I'll show you the other two when I get home and get those two finished. But right now I'm just lightly rolling my hand over it to make sure that I don't have any popping drills that I need to reseat before I put it in my luggage. I want to make sure I have them all seated in nice and tight. And I went, I am missing one way down in here. I'll have to put that back in there. That was probably when I need to reseat. Oh, here's another one down here. Okay, there's 2 that I need to put in. This is why I do this. This is why I do this. There was an extra one that flew out. It's probably when I spilled a few, 1 or 2 get kind of like dropped and I don't see them. You know how it is, I am sure. So yeah, this is, I think it's really pretty. Last night, Mom and Max went to Cats. They saw saw Cats, and actually I wasn't so much pain. We did, Mom and I did the dolphin excursion and adventure, or whichever they called it. We got to swim with the dolphins, and I have some pictures that were emailed to my phone, and I'm going to put a few up in here as we talk about the dolphins. The dolphins were awesome. They were so muscular. They didn't feel wet at all. They just they were just so solid. It was such an experience. It was beautiful. The water was cool when you got in, but you were given a life vest, and you were taught how to approach the dolphin, not to grab, not to kick. Even if you feel like it, but your vest will keep you up, keep you floating, and then you're not gonna float away, so to speak. But you would have one of the 2 turns that you did. You have like a boogie board, and you sail on. You move to the end, and you hang onto the boogie board with straight arms, and then the dolphin comes up behind you and puts its nose on your feet and pushes you across the other side of the pool, which is so much fun. They are so strong, and so quick. And then the other thing that you did was you put one of your hands on your chest, and the other hand you put out, and the dolphin comes up behind you and touches its fin to the arm that you have out, and you grab on with that hand, and you grab on the other fin with the hand that was on your chest, and it rides, you're riding it like it's upside down and pulling you with it to the other side again. So that was fun. And then we got pictures with the dolphin kind of bumping our hand and giving us a kiss. And the dolphin we had, her name was Frida. She's a 20-year-old dolphin, and I saw where it said that dolphins live 25 years in the wild, and they can live 20 more in captivity. So Frida was one of the adult dolphins that they were using and trained. And then we saw across the pond, across the lagoon type area that we were in, where the dolphins were doing some tricks with rings and fish and things like that. They had them jumping out of the water and raising on their tail and stuff. This it's a marine research facility, and some of these dolphins were in captivity before. It's not like they were taking them out of the wild and training them. They were using dolphins that may no longer belong in like SeaWorld or other places, and it's like a rescue. It's almost like a dolphin rescue, and you got to do things with a dolphin. They wouldn't know how to gather for themselves out in the wild sea, so actually they were being kind to them and keeping them, taking good care of them, basically. And they looked like they were taken good care of. They looked like they were happy. Not that I know what a happy dolphin looks like as opposed to an unhappy one, but it was really an experience of a lifetime. It was one of my bucket list items. So I'm glad I got to do that. And so that was fun. And the water was so blue in the lagoon next to us. It just was so blue. And then you saw some coral, not a reef, so to speak, but just like an inlet where the high tide like would wash over it. And I saw an eel slithering around the coral, and then some fish that were stuck in between the rocks until the next wave hit. And that was fun. That was fun to watch. I should have taken some pictures of it, but by that time we had most of our things in our locker, and we were standing in line waiting. We were finished our dolphin experience, and we were waiting to go back up to the showers and the lockers to rinse off and get changed. I have to say that with the arthritis in my feet, though, I hurt so bad. It was a long walk down the pier, and it was a long walk from there to the lagoon for the dolphins. And then, fortunately, with my cane, people took pity on me and gave me a seat here and there. But and then when you got out of the water with the dolphins thing, the water keeps you buoyant. You weigh less in the water, so to speak, and that was soothing. That was so relaxing. And then when you would get out of the pool, you're feeling your full weight plus the water on you, and you were just so relaxed. And the arthritis on my feet, I just getting back to the entrance, and then getting from the entrance over to the pier, and then from the pier onto the boat, and then from the boat up to my room. I was in tears. I was in so much pain. It hurt, and we stopped every couple yards. We would stop and sit on one of the cement things along the pier, so it wasn't a full thing, and you didn't have to walk the full thing. And even at that rate, at that slow speed, it was just awful. So if anything, if I come another time, if I'm ever up for it again, what I'm going to do is take one of those either foldable wheelchairs or take a little motorized scooter thing. I'm realizing that you can take them on airplanes now too. That you could even wheel yourself all the way down to where you get onto the plane, and then they put a ticket on it and put it under the plane so that it's there ready for you when you get off the plane at that time. Because there's no way they're going to have a wheelchair ready for me at the airport to get me through to the plane from the check-in. I don't know. It's my feet and my ankle were in such pain. Once in a while my knee would flake out. and I'd have a shot of pain through there. It wasn't basically the leg that I had broken and have a rod in that gave me the most problems. It was my ankle, especially my opposite ankle. I don't know. It's just swelled up, and it stayed swollen, and didn't matter what shoes I was wearing. I'm sure my weight has something to do with it, but it's the arthritis too that they said is in my feet. I have x-rays to prove that. Cut out that cough, please. Oh, looks like my phone has a message on it. I have to go over and check that. So anyway, I'll upload this once I get home. Once I get home tomorrow, I'll upload the last of my trip, and we'll move on from there. I will send out an email letting you know when the practice live will be, and when I would like to do the live giveaway drawing. So I'll let you all know on that, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's see. I think that's it. Thank you for joining me on my trip, for hanging out with me, and just, enjoying island diamond painting as we were wandering around. So today I have yet to pack, and I'm going to have to, when we go up to dinner, there is some music available tonight in the music hall that I might listen to, and that's going to be about it. Tomorrow's going to be about getting off the boat and getting the flight home. So that's what it's going to look like. All right, again, I thank you for coming along for the ride, and I will see you when I get home in a few days. Okay? Bye, divas.